वेलकम। स्वागत है आपका इस पॉडकास्ट में। सो गाइस, आई हैव स्टार्टेड दिस पॉडकास्ट व्हिच इज ट्रैवल रिस्पॉन्सिबली, responsible tourist behavior across countries. There is a reason behind starting this podcast. And before I tell you the reason, I will start with the way of starting this podcast that I'm your host and I'm really excited to have you here. Travel is one of the amazing ways to experience the world. It allows us to understand the culture of the different countries, and it is how we behave, we get the experience in that particular destinations. Over the years, we have seen many examples where irresponsible tourist behaviors has caused lots of problems for local communities, for the nation from where these tourists have come, their image, and especially to the environment. From littering on the destinations like fragile areas, especially the beaches, the national parks, and sacred areas, damaging the coral reefs, feeding the wildlife, contributing to the overcrowding in popular destinations, noise pollution, and disturbing the local people lifestyle has a lot of big consequences. In places like Bali, Venice, Mount Everest, Maya Bay in Thailand, and many more, the effects of over tourism and irresponsible behavior of tourists have created a lot of environmental damage, restrictions on visitors, and a lot of concerns among the local communities. That's why this podcast is created. So, I will tell you what is travel responsibly. In this w- conversation, we will have international students, tourists, researchers from various different countries who will share their experiences and let us know what is responsible travel means. We will explore different cultures, share personal experience, and discuss how travelers can live and have a positive impact by their behavior wherever they go. So, in this, it's nothing about judging people or telling anyone how to travel, but it's learning from each other and becoming more mindful when we travel and when we need to showcase as a global citizen. And for our very first podcast, we have international student who has recently moved to New Zealand for his studies, where he will be sharing his experiences and perspectives on responsible tourism. So, wherever you are listening from, I thank you for joining us. I'm glad you are here. So, let us have our visitor, Mr. Suhan. Gordon. Recording in progress.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi, Suhan Arvind. We
Hello,
have
ma'am.
international student, Mr. Suhan Arvind, which I have just said before he joined. He's in New Zealand now. And I would request Suhan to please start with your introduction. Please introduce us and let us know about your experiences, which I will gradually ask the questions. So please introduce yourself.
Hello everyone. My name is Suhan Evan. I'm originally from Valley, Bangalore, but currently doing my master's in tourism and tourism management at AUT in Auckland. It's been 3 to 4 months for me in New Zealand, and I'm having a great experience here.
Nice, Suhan. So You said you traveled from Bangalore, that is in India, to New
Yes, ma'am.
Zealand for your
New Zealand.
studies. So, what
Yes.
inspired you to travel or study there?
So usually I was thinking like what to do after. I thought after doing bachelor's, I felt like I need to go through academics, and I needed kind of some kind of international exposure to learn how as part of as being a guest how they feel about us. So I want to explore tourism perspectives in different countries. So I opted for New Zealand and chose to do international tourism.
That's
And also, you
nice.
are also one kind of inspiration for us from tourism background. All the your club activities which we did, it really helped us to do this. So
Yes, those experiences were really good, which we had together. Suhan, I'm really happy that you have taken your master's program in New Zealand, learning there a lot many things. So, as to my knowledge, this is your first experience in international country,
yes, ma'am.
and you have moved there. So, when we talk about your experiences there in that particular country, what cultural differences that was surprising to you to see in New Zealand when you compare in your own country, India?
So when compared with India, the community culture we have, like we stay together, we greet or speak with all our relatives regularly. We have people when we come out of home, we see a lot of people, but it's completely silent here. I've been like it's 4 month, and initially when I was here, like for first few weeks, I was arranging myself, buying some groceries and things, and the shop used to close so early. They have some kind of weekend leaves and breaks, which is
Okay.
I was so confused because usually Bangalore is like it operates 24 hours.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Here the work life balance is so well done.
Managed.
Yeah, it's well managed. So it was a shock for me after seeing the work-life balance here.
That's good to know. So you are seeing more emphasis is given towards personal life and how
Yes, ma'am.
personal lives are balanced by them.
Yes, ma'am.
That chaotic way of handling things will not be there if I
Yes.
am trying to take it in the perspective which you are trying to say. And so, what about the customs which you saw here? You have completed almost 4 months there. So, what you had learned from those customs?
So when we see the New Zealand culture, they have a separate concept of like how we have a Atiti Devo Bhava. They have a pillars in that. One of the pillar I saw was Manakitanga. It's very difficult to pronounce for me,
Okay.
which is all about like mutual respect, kindness, and hospitality. The second one was Kai Tikitanga, which means
Mm-hmm.
the guardianship and protection of the environment. Understanding this value completely changes how we interact with land in local communities. They have a concept of urban oasis where where they are promoting the tourism activities. They are willingness they have willingness for international tourists to come, but rather they also don't want the places to be overcrowded, over tourist, and not to have a stress on the environment. It's kind of a cultural impact they have. They respect the local communities, local gatherings, everything. So it's kind of and also the dance they have, like kapaka, which is a traditional dance of tribal dance of New Zealand. It's a new thing for me to see here.
So, this Kabaka dance is done when a tourist comes, or it is done in any event, or the.
It's during their celebrational activities. Usually, when I came for the during my orientation, they had this event where they represented the culture here, and in mid of my sem also they had this celebration activities. So it's most of their tribal culture rather than they're creating tourist
Mm.
attraction.
So they have retained their culture, and so
Yes, ma'am.
when a tourist arrives, like I want to know your experience when you boarded there in the airport, Auckland airport. So, what was the? Is there any like they have a different way of receiving tourists there? Anything like that?
So what all I saw was like it was so like I was like in 5 to 10 minutes I was already outside the airport. It was so quick for me, and the process is so fast. Before we land, there is a platform for reporting all our stuffs we carry, including any chocolates, food items, anything. They have a strict adherence rules on bringing any other products from other soil, as the airline rules, and they're stricter in that aspect. So it was like a quick move through for me. It took only like 3 to 4 minutes to come from after exiting the flight, and I was already waiting for my cab outside. So it was
The
so fast.
Nice, because I remember when I went to Fiji Islands, that being a typical tourist place, so they
Yes,
have
ma'am.
a group of people singing their Fijian language song, and they always greet people with the word "bula." Bula means healthy living, something like that.
Okay.
So is there any word there which you remember where when they greet people?
Here we usually use for all, sorry to interrupt, but usually we use Kiora. It's like greeting everyone. It's like the Spanish word ciao or something,
Hmm.
where we say hello.
Hmm.
So basically, I've started using it in all my emails or conversations. So it's
Nice.
kind of I am also blending in with this culture and tradition.
No, that is very correct, which you have said, blending in with the culture.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
it is expected from tourists also when they visit, blend with the culture for some time. And then they also feel when they receive the guest, okay, they are responding to us, how we are
Yes, ma'am.
greeting them. So that is really a nice point, which you have said, that you're blending with them. Was there any when you're still there and when you interact, accidentally have you made any cultural mistake which people has pointed, okay, this is not correct, this is not the way you have to do?
So what I've spoken with few Kiwis. They're so friendly in nature. They want to help us. They really love Indians when we are having a conversation.
Mhm.
Previously, I was working in some as a casual person in a shift. I think in a Go Media Stadium, they was having a football match. The conversation I had with the people I was working, like 2 or 3 people were from the Kiwi, from the local culture. They were so good. They were having good conversation, they help you a lot. And many times, like for me, when I'm walking in public spaces, tend to speak so loud.
Mm.
I'll not understand who is like I'll not see around who are there, what they are doing. Like it's a pedestrian path. We have to respect the silence here because it's so quiet here. So I try to speak a lot loud because the when we are walking, this area is completely kind of a steep areas we have to climb up. So me and my roommate usually speak so that we don't feel that tiredness or something. So that time it's really I need to be careful. So I've reduced doing that.
Tuhan, you have really expressed the point which everybody has to remember, that is how to control your the noise pollution which tourist creates.
Yes, ma'am.
Not to be loud in tourist places, and specifically, it depends on culture to culture and countries, mostly countries which we have
Yes.
observed through vlogs and by visiting it. They don't like loud
Yes,
behaviors,
ma'am.
right? So this is one point which is a takeaway from this podcast is one which you have already said, blend with the culture. Second is don't be so loud. Okay,
Yes,
understand
ma'am.
what the culture where you are in, and try to minimize your voice speech and the way you talk with them. And I've seen mostly in countries, they try to settle the voice, they try to talk in such a way, very soft spoken. So this is
Yes, ma'am.
very important point which you have brought in here. As you said, you hardly have done any kind of mistakes there. That's really nice. Like sometimes you said you have been little loud or
Yeah,
whatever.
yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Okay. Coming to the main discussion of our podcast is responsible tourist behaviors.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
as we have now collaborated to bring in this concept to the whole world, about various behaviors and how to behave responsibly. You belong to tourism management background, and I am into you are learning. I am into teaching. You
Yes,
are
ma'am.
learning internationally. I am here teaching locally. So we'll try to bring in a lot of concepts for people to understand and create awareness from this podcast. And we are not trying to judge anybody. We are trying to create awareness. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So the questions which we will keep on talking, and people who just want to learn about it, they are welcome to listen to our podcast and understand what is right and what is wrong. And people can feel free from this podcast to tell us, comment us that if we have done any kind of a wrong kind of information which we have passed. So they are welcome to let us know if any information can be corrected in this podcast. So my next question to you, Suhan, is what does responsible tourism mean to you?
For me, responsible tourism is like kind of to be an active protector rather than just visiting a place. Then we are like it might be a home for somebody. It is a place where people live, where people are depending on that place rather than just consuming and making the place not sustainable. It's just we need to go leave the place as it is and come back happily. That is what I think.
Very well said. Leave the place as it is. Have the
Yes,
best experiences you can have. And do not disturb the environment, the local people, the surroundings which is there. And it should be a win-win kind of atmosphere where you learn something, they are happy receiving you. So that is very important, which you have said.
yes, ma'am.
So have you seen examples of respectful tourists as of now in 4 months there?
Usually, during my morning walks to the colleges, I usually observe this people say they are from our Asian countries itself. They they travel in a group and have a walk in the Queen Street, where the area or a CBD, it's main streets in Auckland. So the way they walk, it's not disturbing. They will be clicking pictures or something. They are like well mannered and they leave place to others to walk. They keep the pedestrian path free and they interact with the people who come across. They give a good smile. It's all important.
Hmm.
And what I've observed after coming here, in usually I used to do, it's common thing, whenever you see something, you just start to click pictures.
Hmm.
But
Right.
after coming here, I understand, without, if you are recording anything in the public places, if there is any person in the camera angle which you are taking photo, it's not a right thing to do without the consent of a person. Capturing photos are not good thing.
That's the best point you have pointed. That
Yes, ma'am.
whenever we take pictures, and if any other person who's not from our circle has to be consented, or just go from their side and click the other areas or wherever you want. There's a part of ecotourism principles also, which I have learned in my
Yes, ma'am.
PhD point of the study when I was doing it. That local consent, people consent when clicking on it is very important. That's well
Yes, ma'am.
said. Yeah. Suhan, just give me a moment. So, one thing which I wanted to check with you is respectful tourist. Now we are talking about New Zealand. Same way, like when you were in India, and have you observed any the tourist who used to come in India following? I'm talking about international tourists respecting the environment and doing it.
I've just saw few YouTube videos where this food bloggers, they post about the Indian economy, Indian tourism, how it is. But the most, like, there are reviews with positive feedbacks and negative feedbacks both. I feel most of the tourists, what I've observed is they usually like Kerala because it's so well maintained. And I was just checking social media yesterday. I saw a place where I think it's called as some Baba Mastari. I'm not sure of the name. They
Okay.
had a well organized municipal committee where each people contribute to the place.
Okay.
They clear the garbages, the shop owners do their things and the public do their things. It's kind of a systematic thing, And most of foreign tourists I've seen is they usually highly appreciate the Kerala tourism concept.
Hmm. Yes, you are right. You're absolutely right. Kerala being one of the topmost state of India, where the tourism policies have been very properly
Yes,
followed
ma'am.
and efficiently done. We do see the local community and the tourist who comes, they follow the things properly. Now, when I have asked you about respectful behaviors, have you witnessed any irresponsible behaviors?
Maybe for some time I might be a part of that too,
Oh.
without our knowledge, because this 4 months has changed me what is what not. But I've tried my best not to do that kind of behavior. The places like while I was in India, I used to visit like our family used to have almost 6 to 7 trips
Mm-hmm.
like almost a year. We used
Okay.
to travel only across states, different states. Have like we forget about what the rules and regulations of that place are, making some loud noises. And while traveling to the peaks or something, we tend to go in the top, and we know that it is danger. We have a notice or
Right.
something, and we go and play there, making something, making fun of, and we are it's our own life, and we are risking itself, and littering in the public places,
Mm-hmm.
in that too in tourism destinations.
Okay.
As much as government contributes, as a tourist, even I need to contribute to that. That is when we can have a sustainable tourist places.
Very well said, Suhan. So, as you said, you were the one who used to be a part of irresponsible behaviors. That's good that you are taking the onus, the responsibility, and you are saying that you, without knowing, and the
Yes,
where
ma'am.
this the point, the agenda which we are doing is many are not aware about the
Yes,
cultures,
ma'am.
and we just do it for the sake of having fun and saying, okay, fine, now when we have put up so much of money to visit that place, let us enjoy to the core, right, to the
Yes,
peak.
ma'am.
But we forget that enjoyment, what we do, is take considered as a wrong behavior by others because they are not having that kind of fun way of living. They have their own standards of enjoyments, right? Which you
Yes,
have
ma'am.
spoken very well, and now you will be my ambassador for this, because you have taken the thing. Okay, I have behaved somewhere very irresponsibly, and now you're correcting yourself. So, I would like to love to have you in my various podcasts where you will
Sure,
be
ma'am.
telling us which wrong behaviors you have done and how you are correcting it.
So I would like to add one more thing here. What while traveling in India, I used to feel like I'm a owner of that property.
Mm,
It was
okay,
like, see, this is my ownership. I can do whatever I want. That mindset. But moving here, I now see myself as a guest and not
okay.
the owner of the place. So the things change gradually.
Well said, well said. So, how travelers can contribute positively to local communities, according to you?
So initially, what like when we travel, we only concentrate on larger chain properties to stay, or the well-known brand. We have to research more before coming to some places. See what local thing offers. Before I planned to come to New Zealand, and before doing the research, I did not know that New Zealand is very famous for their honey. They have well-grown system of honey. They are
Oh,
controlled,
nice.
and the honey is so good. And I did not know that the honey is there, but the research which I did, it really helped me what to do. So I would also say, go buy from locals, promote
Very.
local products. Initially, it's more of sustainability, and you directly contribute to the local community rather than giving it to big chains. Help the people who are in need, or in a local cafes, have a lunch in cafes. You will understand more about that place rather than working having enjoying yourself in a larger international properties.
Well said. So, do a research and contribute to the local people. That is very best practices in
Yes,
ecotourism
ma'am.
point of view and responsible, sustainable point of view, which you have said. Now, with the interest of time, I would like you to tell me about how social media is influencing about the people who travel, and then how influencers can promote better behavior. So, if in a very this thing brief way, if you can
Yes.
tell us, yes.
So social media, now the platform is all about social media. Whatever we see in it, we want to try it. Maybe it's food or concept. Most probably when I used to come to college, whenever I see some social media reels on new outlets or restaurants, I used to go visit. I need to taste it because I'm a great foodie in this kind of thing. So social media directly influences you what to do and what not to do. And right now, I saw my friend's Insta story. I did not know the place is in Auckland. I was shocked because I've been 4 months. I did not research it about it. So
Mm,
I'm planning to go tomorrow. It's influencing us a lot. When it comes to influencers, yeah, they always promote the place. They market it as a great tourism destination. They tell about what to pack, what not, what to do, but many does not discuss about what not to do in that place, what rules are there, what are the regulations. They always give the hint like this company gives a better package, this driver takes you well, but nobody tells how to be in that place, what is required while you are traveling, the rules and regulation. So I need few influences or tourist influences to do that, to so that promoting a responsible behavior is very important.
well said. It should be in the ethics of video making. When they're making a video
Yes, ma'am.
and publishing it as a vlog, they should initially itself, or maybe at the end, should say what are the rules, what are the behavioral patterns which should be followed in that particular place, because onus lies on them, because they are promoting that place and
Yes,
people
ma'am.
watch them and visit that place. So when they keep on telling, like how a teacher says or how a parent says, like this is not to be done, if they keep on saying, people will definitely follow it. Well said, Suhan, about it. Yeah.
A quick reminder, like a small message, it would be a better when they post the video. But it's always good to promote a place with a good message to the tourist also.
Yes, yes, I do agree with you. So now, with the ending session of our podcast here, I would ask you, what advice would you give to the first time international travelers?
For the first time international travels, I would say you should do a better research before selecting a place. Once your visa process, everything is done, go back, see what weather conditions are there, where is the place you are staying. Always search. There is something hidden somewhere. You always go deep. Research is. I must thank you for this. The research is very important, ma'am.
Yes.
Without research, it's very difficult for us. Do some background study, what you want to do. Pack bags accordingly. Don't overpack or anything. Respect the rules and regulations. Once you come back, it may take some time to adjust to the place, maybe weather condition, time zones, etc. But always respect the people who are already here, and you will get a great opportunities.
Well said. Research, I don't know, people take it, it's just with some kind of scientific research or some kind of deep dive thing, doing some developmental activity. It is not like that. Research is when you try to understand about things, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Just
About the
Google it,
bioset. Yeah.
find it out about the place. Nowadays, Chat GPT gives everything. The AI is giving you. Just find out what are the behavioral pattern, whatever what is the do's don'ts of that place, and visit it. That is the best
Yes,
thing.
ma'am.
Yes.
About cultural norms, maybe a biosecurity laws, safety. As a tourist, how you have to behave, what is there, what is not there. We have to understand the place before we come here. It's better thing. It's also like we are supporting them also, and we are being safer
Well
as
said.
a chief
Bio
traveler.
laws. I really
Yes, ma'am.
appreciate your point. This bio laws and safety security guidelines is very important.
Yes,
Now,
ma'am.
because there have been a lot of exam cases which have been, in some places like in Thailand, Malaysia, because of all these irresponsible activities,
Yes,
uh,
ma'am.
the places have been closed and not open for the public now because of their irresponsible behavior, which they have damaged to the environment also. One thing I would ask you is what every tourist should do, regardless of the country they visit.
So I've written some key points for that. So first is always ask for a consent and respect boundaries. Maybe it may be a small thing when you're taking a photo or when you're speaking with some person, maybe a waiter, maybe a tourist guide, and while entering a sacred religious locations. For us, it might be just a touristic attraction, but for many, it might be a sacred place. So when stepping into a natural ecosystem, you don't take biohazards or some insects inside it. So be careful in that kind of actions, and always respect your local culture and the environment which here. We are just a guest here. We are not the host, and it's not permanent for anyone. So it's better to do that. Second, I would say is try to explore like a local and seek to understand their perspective. It's crucial to remember what while this is just a short fun trip for us, and it's a destination for someone else reality, our presence should be supporting their mainstream of income rather than just adding a burden to their life. We should be their supporter rather than a burden. So that is what
Well
I would.
said, Suhan. That was really nice points which you have pointed out. So, regardless of being a host or a guest, you need to treat the things as if it's your baby, right? And
Yes,
it should
ma'am.
be for the future. It should be sustainably managed also, so that their future generation can still visit that place what they have seen as it is. So, very well said, Suhan, that one has to take care of the environment and take care of the local people, regardless it is their own country or it is some other's country.
Yes,
Uh,
ma'am.
yes.
We are just
Thank,
a visitor for few days, but they are the people who stay for the long time. So
thank you so much, Suhan. And I
thank you,
really
ma'am.
appreciate the way your perspective has what to say transformed, and you
Yes, ma'am.
yourself is saying that you want to change and you're changing a lot after having this international experience. And I would suggest and to all the viewers that please try to bring in awareness among your friends, colleagues, and family relatives about these behavioral patterns and irresponsible behavior, how it has damaged the image of yours as well as of your country which you belong to. So, not to indulge in irresponsible activities and just be kind. Just be kind.
Just be kind
Yes, yes.
and be aware of the place you are. So
Yes, and be compassionate. That is very important.
yes, ma'am.
So, Suhan, thank you so much for being a part of this wonderful discussion which we had. And I want
Yes,
in
ma'am.
future your friends and you again telling me something new.
Yes, ma'am. Sure. Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Thank you
Suhan.
for the opportunity, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, we are closing the podcast here. Thank you, everybody. See you in the next podcast.